chat. That's still fine. Hi, chat. Welcome in, everyone. Wow. Hello, I'm Chef JT. It's Wednesday, we're doing ingredient challenge night. I'm going with dried beef tonight. Or chipped beef. Or canned beef, or jarred beef in this case. Almost looks a little inappropriate in there. Let's get some coffee going. Hello, Will. Trying out something a little different with stream tonight. I've reversed my broadcasting. We'll see if the network holds up much the same. I have not noticed any major differences so far. I got about 80% of the bot working earlier today. Whether it stays working, whether that's all I intend to actually put into the bot by the time we're finished. Because now we're getting to the point with the bot where I'm like, why am I dealing with that program, and that program if I can just add them into the bot? That said, I did add chat arena to my streaming PC today. If those of you who are out there are unfamiliar, Chatterino is essentially Twitch chat in a window on your screen. You can do all sorts of customizations and stuff with it. And you can just sort of leave it on. It'll, like, certain streamers use it to monitor their channels and other people's channels and stuff like that. People that are important in this world, I guess. Listen for them to be talked about everywhere. But you can be, like, alerted if you're notified, if someone tags you and stuff like that. Which was not at all why I installed it. I installed it because it's just sort of a lightweight chat. That's just chat. It isn't surrounded by 50 other things that Twitch wants me to see or whatever site I'm on. Wait, did that not open update? I rewrote that, chat. No, it didn't take. I'm just gonna steal it from Discord. I'm quickly rewriting the command here if anyone's wondering what I'm up to. I'm rewriting the dinner command. There, that should be better. Hello, Nan Reader. I wish I could include the coffee smell with my intro to stream for everyone. Hi, Crawdalt. Welcome in, everyone. Cheers. So what am I making for dinner tonight? Oh, hey, I used up my phone spot with the peanuts. So we've got dried beef. I thought about alternatives. Oh, that's a lot. Like, I expected this to be like dry and crust. Oh. Oh. Reminding me of childhood smells of cat food. So we have dried slices of, like, you can almost see my fingers. It is essentially see-through. I was gonna try this, but I'm so. I guess I sort of have to. The smell just completely throws me off on this, though, chat. That's incredibly salty. Oh my gosh. Wow, is that salty. like that is... I'm gonna try this other half here, but... This is like licking a salt lick. Like, this is straight up salt. Using salt to hide all those nasty flavors. Let's see here. Seven slices of this is 60% of your daily value of sodium. Can't quite get it to focus, but... Like, it is salty. I bought 2 cans of this thinking, like... One for, like... We're gonna use, like... Let's see, let's use one serving of this for our dessert tonight. And then... But, like... I don't know what to compare what this feels like to chat. It's softer than leather. Hey, Clipper. It doesn't have, like... It's too salty to use as a lunch meat. Like... That makes, like, that corned beef wasn't that salty. I'm trying to think of things that are that salty that I've had before. Like, this is ridiculously salty. Like, it's like maybe salt pork territory. Well, I tried to compare it to licking a salt lick, which I haven't done that, but I suspect the experience is not entirely too different. Absolutely crawled out. Okay, so what do we start with as far as dinner tonight, though? I think we're going to do dessert first. I just royally confused. Yeah, crawled out. Like, I was planning the amount of beef that you see in those photos. I ain't gonna use that much beef. I don't know what I'm doing with this second jar. This second jar is probably gonna be on my shelf for years until... Well, the jar is probably gonna be on my shelf until the apocalypse hits. Whenever. I'm not expecting that to hit anytime soon, but... Quite possible, yes. And then I need another bowl. You gonna sit nicely in here? No, we want the larger one. So tonight's dessert is on the simpler side of things that I've created. But I think it's probably about the best combo I could create for this. At the same time. We have crystallized ginger chips. We have honey roasted peanuts. And stick pretzels that I'm going to break into halves for the most part. This could be done easier somehow, I don't know. It's working, I guess. Hey, Gretchen. Welcome, welcome. I'm working on making dessert. Hi, chat. You weren't supposed to follow me. Oh, you didn't follow me. Good. Good, camera. You didn't follow me back there. Welcome in, Gretchen. You have to type exclamation mark scramble for each of the scrambles to join in on it. Sort of hacked together. Sort of gonna get replaced here soon, hopefully. Alright, starting to heat up the flame underneath this. Or turning the flame on underneath the water over here on the stove and into the bowl. White chocolate. Sure. We got lots of jokes here. Uh-oh. We're researching jokes. Oof. The edamame. I'm just working on and then off. You gotta keep chocolate moving because it loves to hold its shape much longer than it needs to or should. Good old soy going to work there in most cases. Clipper, I want you to know that I've been listening to Darude every single Tuesday since I figured out he streams. Pan is getting a bit warm. This is going to be my final heat up here. Sorry, I'm a little ignoring chat a little bit right now, just trying to get this going at the moment. I hope you're all having an amazing hump day. Pan with parchment, and we're scooping. For those just joining in or haven't been paying attention, we have dried beef, honey roasted peanuts, pretzels, ginger chips, and white chocolate. So this is most certainly salty sweet dessert tonight. You think it's going to be too salty, chat? Gretchen. Oh, crap. Hey, head of broccoli. You like this stuff up here? Perfect for the pan. Look at that. Perfect pan load. Load. Captions. You being inappropriate again, captions? I think the new captions are more accurate, but I think they're more lewd. Well, I think that might be a record for first dish finished in the stream. that was a pretty quick start to our stream here. That was less than 30 minutes, including the coffee. Oh, coffee. Saving this one. I think we'll do taters next. Hi, chat. How we doing? What's new? What's happening? You're weird shaped. I'm not dealing with you tonight. It's like every time I look at this bag of potatoes, it changes. Like, first it was all this normal size, minus the mold. And then they looked all giant size to me that first night I used them in the kitchen. And now they're all small again. I don't know, if I just left that on the counter, you think I get banned on Twitch, chat? Wait, where'd the stream go? It'd be a toss-up for me whether taters or onions are my favorite veggie. I hate dealing with it. I don't like cooking it. But spinach is probably one of my favorite vegetables. It's just always, like, it's like, sort of like crab. Like, I don't mind crab. But tell me a time that you've had crab that you didn't, you know, have pieces of shell. And it's the same sort of thing with... just don't want to deal with it. That sand, that grit that you have to clean out. You gotta... It's a lot better now. Like, a lot of veggies are cleaned much better. The ones that are available in the store are much better cleaned than even when I was a kid, much less before I was a kid. It still doesn't change anything for, like... especially if it's baby spinach. I sort of feel bad buying anything mini or micro or stuff that grows close to the ground when it's not mechanically harvested these days. Because I've seen the fields of mostly immigrants, to be honest, laboring and, you know, spending their entire day on their knees doing I don't wish that on anybody. There are much better ways to do this, a lot of that stuff these days. That said, I'm not a big fan of all these like solar farms and all that junk either. They're just an alternative to trucking. But you see, even most commercial strawberry farms these days, they'll grow them up off the ground. Don't make people break their back just to give me some arugula, please. Hey, they can see me. Fair number of people that I see growing strawberries at home these days actually also use the hay bale raised bed method. Which I probably am not qualified to fully explain, but essentially you're using bays of hail or bales of hay as your growing bed. Asparagus is an interesting plant. My landlord told me about it. Asparagus. I didn't know this until my landlord told me this when I first moved in here. Asparagus is actually a plant that grows essentially across the surface. And so it shoots up, and if you don't harvest them, it like puts up huge stalks that like lean and further increase its distance. So it's actually, but it doesn't actually like benefit the plant to allow it to grow huge. Like, it just sort of spawns off children. It doesn't actually, like, give you a more healthy, stronger plant. And so it's actually better to harvest all your asparagus as soon as it comes up. Okay, so we got the potatoes set. Let's set up our squash here. We need garlic. What do you think, chat? Should I do some sun-dried tomato in with the zucchini? Garlic, onion, zucchini, and sun-dried tomato? Because I have that jar I opened the other night for sort of ravioli I made. I have another neighbor that actually grows it too, and it's oddly in the front of their yard. And I don't know if they ever harvest it. Like, it just all goes to flower. That's true, Caldwell. Got something sticky on my floor. I'm hearing it while I'm walking. It's driving me nuts. I think it's I refilled my hummingbird feeders today. And I think I might have spilled some of the simple syrup I made. I refilled my hummingbird feeders because for the first time in several years I haven't had like 20 other feeders in the yard competing against mine. I had given up on those too. But I saw one of them flying around this morning, checking out ones that I haven't done anything with in ages, and I felt sorry. So I quickly boiled some sugar and threw in one of them. Not a giant fan of these onions that I got. Not sure if I'm going to go back for these. Like, the flavor and cooking of them has been okay, but there's been a lot of peeling to them. These onions are very appealing. It's like Where's the heel? Oh well. That one just didn't want to slice. Oh, I want to check that. No, I'm thinking about it. Who makes these? I posted an article in the Discord earlier today of there's another food company in Sonoma that's going bye-bye. And it's a company that does a full line of different ferments, had something like 1,000 employees here. I didn't even know they really existed here. Like I knew they had the name, but there's a lot of places that like to claim they're in Sonoma, but they really aren't. And so I didn't really pay much attention to it. They're shutting down. And I was worried that the pickles that I like buying that I think are locally made were made by them. They may be under a different name still. That or they're probably using shared facilities or something. I didn't hear anyone yay or nay on the sun-dried tomatoes. Or I didn't see anyone yay or nay. Hey Mel. I'm doing, for one of my sides tonight with my SOS, I'm doing zucchini. I'm going to do some of that onion and some of that garlic with it. I was debating if I wanted to add, I have a jar of sun-dried tomatoes already open. But sun-dried tomatoes, like, does that really go with chipped beef on a shingle? Or mashed taters? Or white chocolate clusters? I do not have roasted red peppers. I don't have jalapenos, pickled jalapenos right now either. Not that that's what I was thinking was going to happen. No, I don't think I got any bell peppers. Nope. Looking pretty bare in the veg department right now. I'm gonna pour a portion of this onion in a bag for some other project. I probably only should have caught half of it, but oh well. I used to make cookies for my postal worker, but then they changed up, or the person retired, or something happened, and I stopped getting a regular postal worker, and now it changes like every week. And yeah, none of them care to put anything in a proper place anymore. So I'm sort of like, I'd probably do it for other things, like I'd be willing to do it for like first responders and stuff like that locally to me, but I already know that they have signs instead, you know, we don't give it to a donation, which I can respect, both for safety and for legal and for safety reasons. Ooh, nice smell. I guess we can throw the other half of the onions in with the SOS. It's the Charles in Charge song. Except it's not. It's not even close to it. But I think of Charles in Charge every time I hear this song. I'm not sure why. So this is going to be our bechamel here in a little bit, but we're starting this up here for our onions and garlic. I'm going to saute the onions and garlic and prep the zucchini so that it's ready when everything else is ready. I'm upset that I didn't make Scream donuts this year for Halloween. Like, I wanted to do a morning stream and I just didn't put it together. Welcome in, Clips. Bit of sunflower oil. I want to remake that Boston cream pie I made on stream like 2-3 years ago. That thing was ridiculous. Like, it's not good for my health, and I probably should not make it for myself in terms of that, but I still want to. In fact, I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to do dueling onions here. we're going to turn the other flame on, get started with our bechamel, but I'm going to start with oil and onions for our bechamel. Hit the onions in the pan with a bit of salt. Turn that heat down because we're already getting some nice color. Garlic going in. Crawled out. I have felt that way about just about every holiday but my birthday lately. Halloween's still cool, but like all the rest of them I feel like are just like, and maybe this is just part of getting older, I just feel like they're nothing but marketing and sales. And there's always been that joke for ages. Like I used to joke that Halloween was becoming the new Christmas with all the lights and stuff that because people never used to do all the stuff that they do now. It's amazing, but they never used to do it. Except for the odd, there was a dude like a block and a half from my house when I was growing up as a kid that just turned his entire house into like a haunted house on Halloween. There's always been the occasional one that absolutely loves Halloween, but we didn't have, Costco or whatever. Is it Costco, Sam's Club? Whichever one has the ginormous skeleton that's like selling out everywhere. Like that was not a thing. Yeah, Mel, Independence Day is on the nicer end of things here. Turn the heat off on this now. Oops, wrong side. Now we got the right side nice and hot here. Feel bad wasting that bag, but it's wet with onion juice now, and so I can't exactly reuse that easily and safely for food. You can maybe save it for non-food, but no, I think we've gotten to the point where capitalism doesn't make a whole lot of sense in the grand scheme. Like, all of this, like, I'm not saying we have to get rid of any of these, but the way forward in many cases is not Republican, it's not Democrat, it's some odd mixture. And we haven't figured out what it is. I think that goes for pretty much any of these. turning the flame on our potatoes now. That's news to me. They can see me. Like, I've certainly heard the druidism and stories behind potential origins of what Christmas is, and the whole tree in the middle of the house thing. But as far as I know, that wasn't 100% thing. Lego just keeps hitting. Like, we've gotten to the point where, you know, they lost their initial patents and stuff like that, and they have all sorts of competition, and they're still just killing it. They're still just putting out major hits. They've got the things that everyone's trying to steal. And I think they're as popular with adults today as they were with kids when I was a kid. I don't know, maybe they're only really seriously targeting adults these days. Moving on to Diplo and stuff like that with other stuff, I don't know. I don't pay attention to the kid market, sorry. I probably should, since I stream on Twitch, but shh, don't tell anyone now. It's a secret. No one knows. That's only half a joke. But then again, don't they say the best jokes have a little bit of truth to them? And that's the start of our roux. They look sort of like fried onions, don't they? Probably never they can see me. This is the first time I've actually, like, I've had similar things, but I think this is the first time I've actually had this stuff. Which, I tried it at the beginning of stream, if anyone's curious what that's. It's a bit like licking a salt lick. Chat was having some fun watching me deal with that in the beginning of stream. May have to check that out on the YouTube VOD if you missed it. Or if you're subbed here on Twitch. Alright. The other salt. Salt. I shouldn't have done that because this is already super salty. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. Pepper. I'm turning this way down. We want to keep this cooking. Maybe at a simmer. We don't want to keep boiling it though. You could try crawled alt, but the problem with clips is a lot of them, it's sort of like that 90-second limit to me is sometimes not enough. The music stopped? I'm just not hearing it. Let's check. Let's fix my earbud volume. It's so nice to have a mouse that works again. For anyone not following the Discord, I bought myself a refurbished mouse to replace the previous one because my right click button was essentially dead. I took it apart and I think it's just physically like the actual switch is dying. Not like I've had other mice die where, you know, like internally they typically have like plastic that pushes on a button or something like that, and that's the case here. But sometimes the plastic pushing on the button breaks and you can sort of replace it with something that works. I think in this case it's just the button's dead. That's still too thick, so we're adding a bit more water to that. Chat, I use a mouse on my streaming PC, but I'm a trackball user. I mourn the day that Microsoft stopped making the Microsoft IntelliMouse or Forgetting the name of it now. I have 3 of them that are broke. Trackball Explorer. And last I checked, they still sell for $300 new in the box when they were originally made in the late 90s. And are in no way near as accurate as the level of accuracy that modern mice have, you know, for the gamers out there. Used, they're only like $150, but the new ones, which are probably fake, Chinesium, much more pricey. Yeah, this one's a wireless that was under 20 bucks. And the only reason I paid more than 10 was because it was wireless. The alternative to this, which I'm glad that I didn't do because I didn't think about it at the time, was it was either this or getting a proper waterproof mouse, considering we're in the kitchen. This thing gets wet pretty often, actually. But the reason that I'm glad that I didn't go with that is because I bought the combo that works wirelessly together, and I was able to link the new mouse with the old system, and so it didn't take another USB slot, which I've got a USB slot or 2 free here, but they're not ones that I really want to be using. For the non-streamers out there, cameras can take quite a hit, especially the ones that I'm using. Take quite a hit on the USB controllers. I'm going to add our chipped beef into the bechamel, along with a little more water there, figuring we're probably going to have to hydrate it a little bit. I think that's pushing it for how much salty beef I should have put in there. Yeah, 2 cans. I still have this. Taters are boiling. Hmm. Melt this quick in the microwave. And set this on stove only for a quick second here. Okay, it was more than a second. Need more time in the microwave for the butter and half. I'm getting my toaster oven out. Oops. There we go. The AARP means it's for the old people. So it's okay. Ooh, those hardened up right quick. No bakery fans in chat? I look for some thick Texas toast for tonight, but settled on some good old potato bread. My mom used to occasionally make monkey bread for Christmas. It's a great Christmas morning type thing because, I mean, you can make it well ahead of time and just bake it. You just throw it in the oven, not worry, not worrying about getting dressed, not worrying about, got to do 50 other things, and just throw it in and go. Let's see, our half and half and butter is still not fully melted, but I'm gonna go with it. Oh! Broccoli got sniped. Justice Fries. Welcome, Justice Fries. Getting that scramble. Are we still doing 720p chat? Are we not at 1080 on Twitch? I don't know, I don't have a live feed up, so I can't tell what Twitch is feeding you. I should be broadcasting at 1080. Thank you, Broccoli. That is a relief. It was frustrating last stream, to load up my stream and have it show up 720 and be like, how is this happen? Why? Hi, JK. Yeah, I'm 720 here too. What is this, Twitch? You just actively hating on me now? They've gotten worse for me. Like, they've gotten worse for me in two segments here. They got worse for me like a year ago, and just recently they've gotten worse in their broadcast quality. Like, a year or so ago, the stream quality was still the same, but the latency increased. And now I'm having greater and greater trouble. Like if I click off of the window, it's very quick to go lower resolution. And YouTube just upped their cost, at least in Europe. I don't know if it was in the US too, for YouTube Premium. Good catch there. No one caught that but me. Nice, Mel. I always do stuff and I'm like, why don't I always do that? Things like that. And I'm like, why don't I normally do that? Like playing music around the house and just creating ambiance. The sad part about that is also immediately reminds me of the fact that, like, I want to do more stuff like that, and that reminds me of, oh, you haven't done this, and this, because it isn't your place, and so you don't want to make permanent changes, and so you don't want to. Take the taters off of the flame here and put the onions on in their place. And it goes for like, I'm not into like essential oils or anything like that, but like wanting to do scents and stuff like that, like yeah, that's something that strangely, like, I never really thought I would be into the scented trash bags, and I bought some Febreze ones once by accident, and yeah, I'm not like. And it's not like it even does anything for the actual trash. For me, it's entirely the experience when I'm replacing the bag. Adding our zucchini in with our onion and garlic. I actually got to buy more garbage bags. They're on my to buy list. I just threw the last one in the can yesterday. Not offhand. What about you, chat? Do you know what it is? I'm gonna skip the salt on those with everything else going on here. You know, Chad, I don't know if that was enough half and half in butter for these taters. Heat's off on the squash. Gotten so used to making myself yellow potato or gold potato mashed potatoes, these almost look unnaturally white. Oops, didn't mean to change the channel there, but did anyways. Yeah, head of broccoli, I bought a big bag of russets, and so I've been using some russets here lately. What do you think, chat? Does that work for you? Would you be willing to try this? I think I'm going to start tonight with dessert, though. And give one of these a shot on stream. Let you know how incredibly overly salty they are. Not sure why my hand's shaking right now. That's pretty delicious. I'm not sure if I like the beef in there more or less than with that. Like, the beef gives it... The beef actually melts into most everything else there. And more or less just sort of adds a sort of like cooling effect to the rest of it. It actually tones down the rest of the chocolate and pretzel and peanut and ginger. But it's... I wouldn't want to have a whole bunch of those, but then I wouldn't want to have a whole bunch of those because they're a bunch of sugar and chocolate too. I think they're tasty. I would definitely suggest you give them a shot. But I'm not sure if I'm sold on them as being an improvement. Oh, I didn't want Discord camera. Okay, cookies. Decent. Let's see if this is too salty. I haven't tried the sauce hardly at all. Yeah, that's got some salt to it, but I don't think it's going to be... Like, I shouldn't have salted the bechamel, and I pretty much regret it at the moment that I did it there on stream. Other than that, like, I think it's going to go fine with the mashed potatoes, and the bread and the mashed potatoes are going to suck some of that salt out of the equation. I'm certain this is all delicious. Yeah. Okay, folks. I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Greatly appreciate you hanging out with me. This is a fun challenge. I thought about doing some other things as far as the actual main dish. Like, I thought stir fry might be a interesting, different thing to do. But I honestly wanted to try the legitimate, like, SOS. And got pretty close on my coding tonight. Maybe start testing things here soon with more of an audience. We'll see. Thank you for joining me. I will be back here on Friday. What am I doing on Friday? I don't even know what I'm doing on Friday. Oh, we're doing spicy hermit cookies. Spicy hermit cookies. I'm going to do something else for dinner too, but we're going to be making cookies on Friday. So I hope you come back to join me on Friday. Have a great night, everyone. Good night.